Hello, in this video, we will introduce data field encapsulation. The data field radius in the circle class can be modified directly. For example, after you create an object, circle1, you can use circle1 dot radius, assign 5 to it. This is not a good practice for two reasons. First, data may be tempered. You may assign a negative value to it. Second, it makes the class difficult to maintain and vulnerable to bugs. Suppose you want to modify the circle class to ensure that the radius is non-negative after other programs have already used the class. You have to change not only the circle class, but also the programs that use the circle class. This is because the clients may have modified the radius directly. To prevent direct modification of properties, you should declare the data field private using the private keyword. So this is known as data field encapsulation. So we have this is the private data field using the keyword private. The private data field cannot be accessed by an object through a direct reference outside the class that defines the private data field. But often a client needs to retrieve or modify the data. To make a private data accessible, you can provide getter functions to enable a private data field to be updated, provide a setter function. So these are the signatures for getter and setter function. So this is a getter property name. This is get property name, return the type for the property name type. If the property is a Boolean type, using is instead of using get. The setter function is void set property name and give the new value for the property. Now let's modify this circle class. The radius is the negative, indicates it's private. These are the constructors, and this is the get radius. It's a get function, and set radius is a set function, get area. Now this is the header file. So we're going to use the if not defined circle. Now we're going to define circle. Here is and if this is private, this is, don't forget, semicolon. So this is the header file for the new class, circle with private data fields. Now in the implementation file, so this is the constructor, circle. This is another constructor. This is get area. But please note that you have to put circle here, colon, colon. Get radius, set radius. You're going to set a new radius. Set a new radius. Now, suppose this is what you have done now. Later, you want to modify it. So really simple is to come here. Now, you don't have to change anything. You did not change any data fields or the signature of functions. You only change the implementation of the function now. So this is going to be radius. If this radius is greater than or equal to 0, so now this new radius. Else, we're going to assign 0. So this is the implementation. Let's write a test program using this new class. So here's a new class, circle with private data fields. Now, we are going to get the radius of circle1 dot radius. You cannot do it now because radius is private. You have to use get radius. And this, the area is circle1 dot get area. From now on, we're going to use private data fields to prevent the data from being tampered and to make class easy to maintain. That is all for this section. Data field encapsulation. See you on the next video.